Let me change this. Get some different colors in here. Hey, what's happening, y'all? Oh no, I ain't even get my shit together. Gotta get in the red room. Let me go live on IG real quick. What's happening, good people? Hopefully everybody doing all right tonight. Let's see up down. Let's see. What's happening? IG. Give me a little second. Trying to type something up real quick. Y'all give me a little second, bro. I'm in here tripping. I'll be trying my best to respond to messages. I got to get this estimate out tonight, too. Let me see here. Let me add that real quick. Hopefully, y'all been having some solid days out here, bro. I've been tripping. It's been picking up. But I have different energy when addressing like the comments to be coming through on some of my clips, on some of my footage that I be doing. I'm gonna explain to you what I be. I'm gonna explain to y'all my perspectives on this stuff right now. And I be tripping because I call that like if people like literally like wait until like get on your clips and say something out of the way. The main thing about that is, bro, it's like they have a reality on how they do things. You see what I'm saying? And majority of the people that do the negative comments on your posting like that, they've been in the game for a while. You know what I'm saying? For real. And when I notice the individuals be in the game for a while, they really kind of set in their ways on how they see things should be done. So when somebody does something that's different, that's outside of the normality on what individuals are used to, their natural reaction is to try to say something negative, bro. And I've been really, really tripping over the last week or so on a couple of my clips, bro, on the level of hate that be coming across. And I don't be really minding, because like I say it all the time, bro, that like people are entitled to their own opinions. You know what I'm saying? For real. What's going on, Bees Grass Cutting? And so when I be seeing it, bro, I be really tripping, you know what I'm saying? Because they want me to, either mold like them, or they want me, to kind of do, my mulch installs like them. And I have my own style on everything I do in life. I do. Like for real. Like I do things totally different than the normal person does things. I have to add my own spice on it, as I like to call it. I have to put my own seasoning salt on how I do things out in in the community that I'm operating in. And so, and I want to say this because a lot of individuals will like literally go back and forth with people that are hating on them. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't want to even call it hate. When people give an opinion that's like in a negative way. Like individuals go back and forth with them. And I'm like, why would you even do such a thing? I always hear lately, I just congratulate them on, having a successful business because majority of them, they've been in the game for a while. And instead of just, kind of let me know, some different pointers on how they see things, I've been noticing like forget all let me laugh real quick. Hey man, it be so funny. I can't really do nothing but laugh at it, man. They can't do what you doing or jealous. That might be it. Like somebody mentioned on Instagram, Talbot's Lawn Care. I appreciate that comment, fam. He said haters hate because they can't do what you're doing or jealous. That might be the case. That might be the case. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not doing it like them. Now, every time I see something like this, because I try to be personable and respond to, to everybody's message, y'all just give me a little second. You see what I'm saying? I try to be personable. And it be really, and normally I just, kind of congratulate them, on their success in their business, bro. And I just let it go. But then here today, I just been looking at some follow-up comments like from other people or what they said, bro. I can't do nothing but just bust out laughing, man. Cause it be really, really funny. I ain't gonna lie. No, have a good day. Have a great day. Hey, I appreciate that, King of Monkeys. Hey, I appreciate that. You right about that, man. Cause like I do my best. I don't let that type of stuff really move me or steer me in a direction of where I'm gonna stop doing what I'm doing or stop consistently trying to put up things. I'm not finna let that stuff really move me, really, man. But I do see a lot of individuals that I follow would literally go back and forth with those people, and I'd be like, why would you even waste so much energy on trying to prove a point to somebody that has their own way of thinking? Don't make no sense to me. But on another note, I just had to, kind of say something about that. Just give y'all my perspectives on how I be handling that stuff coming in. Because I like the ones who have negative comments, they haven't helped me do anything in life, bro. Like the ones that have helped me and the ones that I'm tapped into across the country, they've always helped me. They've always been there. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good with me. I think when you argue, it just makes it work. It does because some people it gives them fuel. You know what I'm saying? They feed off of that stuff, man. And I'm just not finna give that stuff no energy no more because I got a lot of people around me that just real positive. You know what I'm saying? That the people to be calling, like that I be communicating with online and in my life down here in Nashville, they are positive people. To let an individual that's not on that positive stuff to go back and forth, bro, it's just really just not worth it. Because you end up going back and forth and you end up trying to make them see your point of view, then they try to make you see their point of view. It just at the end of the day, it just don't make no sense. You could be doing something better to actually help your business be more successful, if it makes any sense. And that's what I've been dealing with here. Like today, but about the last week or so since my season's kind of coming back in. You know what I mean? I just been really tripping off of it. And I can't even lie, I be having to make laughs off of that stuff. But it be all good to me. I kind of took the day off because it was really cool outside and it was raining this morning. And I just want to go get out there and just work in that type of conditions unless I have to. And I didn't have to right now. So I'm just didn't do it. But tomorrow's gonna be a different ball game. To where I have to get my schedule together and I think I'm gonna head towards my smaller homes that I have in Brentwood. And then I have to proceed to go ahead and get some first cuts done out in Bellevue, Tennessee. I'm gonna proceed out there. So hopefully the grass has grown in and to where I can lay some stripes out there because it's not gonna look too detailed on the first cuts because some of the grass is still dormant. It takes a little while for everything to come in, peaches and cream, how you need it to really pop, you know what I'm saying, and set yourself apart from the competition, or that's at least how I look at it. I'm just only worried about within eyesight of my client's yard. And I look and see what the landscapers are doing and eyesight of my lawns. Now, if they do a diamond pattern out there, you better believe I'm finna lay a diamond pattern. If I see a regular set of stripes, you know what I'm saying, going in one direction, I might have to do a double bubble and go in two directions. It's just me personally, man. Man, I was able to achieve 171 accounts last year until I actually scale my business down to predominantly weekly only. Like it'll have to be like a special exception for me to take I mean, I slimmed it down to weekly only. It'll have to be a serious exception for me to take somebody on bi-weekly and they go actually pay for that bi-weekly service unless I'm trying to infiltrate another neighborhood and I see that this may be an opportunity for me to showcase my skills and how I really take my business really, really seriously and to make sure I do a good job everywhere I go. So How long does it take on a property? It just depends on Champions Lawn Cuts on Instagram, brother. It just depends on the size of the lawn. Now, if you talking about like a bigger lot, it just depends on what I want to do. Now, if I'm just laying some plain Jane stripes, I mean, let's say I'm cutting almost like a half an acre, maybe even an acre, we should be able to get that done in an hour, within an hour's time. Now, if it's like a cookie cutter home, me and my team is with me, we will probably be in and out in like 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? 12 minutes, something like that. Now, on a quarter acre, might be like 12, 10 to 15 minutes, just depending on how detailed it is, with the edging. Do they have flower beds out there? I mean, how much are we edging up out there? You know what I'm saying? It just depends. There's like a lot of obstacles out there, a lot of trees to trim. I mean, to do weed eating around or string trimming. It's a lot of variables that can go into that. So if you by yourself, then them lawns that might take 12 minutes can turn into like 20, 25 minutes. So you just have to, kind of charge accordingly and just make sure your yards are as close as possible. That way you can smash it out on route density. But let me pause on that, because that's the whole goal for you to have route density. In the beginning, you might have some drive time because you have to get in neighborhoods so you can start creating hot spots. Hot spots is when you have 4 or 5 yards on the same block and you don't have to move the truck. Or you have a yard within a block away and you just basically just going down the street. Those are hot spots. That's what everybody is aiming for. But I do see a lot. Hey, what up, Fresh Lawn Cuz? But I do see a lot guys that's been in the game for so long, they forget how it was in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? That when they had to actually have drive time, they used to have to cut them yards by themselves. People be forgetting about that stuff. That's why I say it depends on where you at in your business, because sometimes that drive time might be there. But if you have a lot of drive time, I wouldn't have nobody in the truck hipping you out. You just have to figure it out along the way until it makes sense to you. That's just my recommendation. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I did. And I went through, a lot of employees until I could find my gym that I have. So it's just the growing pains about business. That's all it is. And just don't get too down on yourself if you have drive time, because sooner or later you will have enough yards where you will be able to condense them down. Or I hear about a lot of guys, they advertise in specific zip codes. So, and they advertise hard in those specific zip codes. I know guys that only cut on one side of town and they have, 40 or 50 accounts on that one side of town. So that's good route density. So it just really depends on how you trying to grow your business to benefit you. Take bits and pieces from everybody around and apply it the best and apply it to how it will work for you. Okay? Because how this person does it, it may not work for you. Don't let people try to force feed stuff down your throat, and that stuff might not even work for you on what you're trying to do within your business. It's yours. That's the beauty of it. You can formulate it the way that you want to, straight up. So, I mean, that's just all that I'm on. Let me see here. I used the Toro 30 yesterday on leaves cleanup, and it took 2.5 hours with a 21. Oh yeah, definitely. So you get better equipment to maximize what you're doing out here. That's the name of the game. And if anybody's seen my shop tour, I'm a firm believer in maximizing what you have until literally you don't have a choice but to upgrade to make sure that you working more efficient. You see what I'm saying? It makes sense. Or instead of running out there getting whole setups, expensive ass truck notes, and you don't have like the clientele to sustain it, it don't make no sense to me. But I see individuals do it, but it be hats off to them because it's them in the situation, not me. So, and I just advise people just work with what you have until you literally run it into the ground. and you have to upgrade. But by that time, hopefully you have enough capital put to the side for the hiccups that can possibly come during lawn maintenance season, because the hiccups are going to come. Real talk, I can't make it up. Look, I just ordered stick in the business. It's called, bro, proud of your fresh cuts lawn and snow removal. That's how you extend your business, because a lot of people will see you in the game and they want a card from you. That's possibly an opportunity that you may have. And a lot of people don't have, stickers, business cards, and things of that nature. I don't even have business cards right now. I'm gonna get some, because my name's been ringing by word of mouth. Now I'm getting, a lot of calls from social media, because people actually follow my work and they like how I'm passionate about my work. You know what I'm saying? They see the clips, the before, the after. Like, your social media is like literally your resume on how you get down out there. So when I pull up to a lot of clients that have reached out online, they feel like they already know me, because they've been looking at my quality of work. That will help you. You see what I'm saying? See, do you got an LLC? Did you get an LLC at the gates? How many years were you off the books? No, I didn't get an LLC at the gates. No, because I was running a sole prop for a long period of time. I'm actually just going to transition until a LLC this year to be all the way 100. I done maximized everything I can maximize with the sole prop, because I have so many protections in place that I done maximize it. Now I'm going to transition to the LLC now, and I might start tapping into a little bit of the business credit, because I'm really good at managing finances. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and make that move this year. I'm just waiting on my CPA to finish my taxes up for last year. That way it'll be finished, pay that off, and then I would transition to the LLC and just consolidate everything. So, and it'll be all good. So that's what I'm gonna do. So when I make that move, then I will see what that world's all about, which I've already been operating like I'm an S corporation, running my sole prop, because how I do my taxes and how detailed I am. I track everything personally, and I do it for a reason. That way I can see where am I doing with all my money. I don't need QuickBooks or any of those applications to help me out. It's just my method on what I do. I don't use a CRM. I have my own CRM that I've built to accommodate me. Now, the only thing that I see in a lot of them CRMs that I see that it'll be really beneficial to me is the route density that they have already embedded in the system. But with me, I look at it like this. If something goes wrong with that system, or if they do something that I just don't like, I feel like they have you pinned down, because they have all your customers' data, all your analytics, everything is embedded in that CRM. What if it goes left? Are you going to be able to get all your information out of there? Or are they just knowing that you're going to have to continue to pay for it for the ones that are paying for the CRMs? That's just an interesting perspective for me, because I was dealing with one. I just didn't like me having to redo everything, all the like the eat like the like I word my service the way I want to word it. So I literally had to critique. It created more work. Then I was like, I'm not finna do all of this. So I got out of it. And they was charging me like 60, 70, $80 a month. And I'm like, I couldn't really pull my information out of there that I did upload. I'm just glad that I did it in two systems, my system and that one. And I was like, damn, I wonder how many people pull out of there and they can't get their information out. It's just my perspective. I'm just throwing it out there. That's why I don't deal with them. So let me see. What's the difference, bro? I started an LLC last year. Well, I mean, the LLC separates you from the business. I mean, there's more protections in place. Let's say you do something, you really mess up some royally, or you do something in business that's not on the up and up. it's just that business is just go tank, and then you gonna have to probably do business bankruptcy or some of that nature, and you just dissolve it, and then you can start another LLC. And but with that, you can't represent yourself. So if you have something come up to where one of your clients is suing you, just know you're gonna have to pay for legal service. And you know that you can represent yourself and get out of it. If you have a LLC, it's understood you cannot represent yourself. You can't represent yourself. So you're gonna have to pay for lawyers and all that good stuff. It's just different variables, just depending on what you have. Now, if you a sole prop and you know that you wasn't in the wrong, and you can literally go represent yourself and save those $2,000 or $3,000 that an attorney may charge you for representation. But there's a lot of benefits in the LLC too. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to business credit and things of that nature. You could they'll be more likely to give you a business loan with the LLC, S corp, and some of those things. With the sole prop, you have to really build relationships with your financial institution that you deal with, and they'll see your growth, and they will show you the same love. It's just depending on what you're trying to do. For real, Staples has a nice price on business cards. Appreciate that. I'll look into that. Because of you and Mac and another buddy of mine, I'll be posting this shit for real. That's good, bro. You need to, man. Put yourself out there and make sure you be yourself, Fresh Cuts. Don't be nobody else. Have your own twist on it. I recommend you speak on all your clips. That way you consolidate all it's all you. You know what I'm saying? That way you throwing yourself out in the atmosphere, and you'll be surprised who lock in with you because you're being yourself. For real. Bro, you did the same thing my buddy Jersey did with the LLC. Oh, that's real. Unless you make 50K plus, then yes, get the LLC. But until then, no need. Yeah, you can do it and make it like 180, 200,000. You can run a solo. It just depends on what are you trying to do. You just have to look at it like that. It's just different. For real, because if you understand some of the tax benefits of running a sole prop, maybe you might want to stay that way. Or if you can look at some of the benefits of a LLC or S corp, you might want to go that way. But I've learned a lot. Like I had to pay for like a tax class that me and my sister was enrolled in like maybe 13 or 14 years ago, to where I learned how to maneuver through the tax code. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what you're trying to do. Now, if you trying to make a big purchase like a home or something like that, then okay, you're gonna have to do something accordingly, so it makes sense for a financial institution to give you a loan of that magnitude. They have to see something. It just really depends on your situation and what you're trying to do. That's all I recommend. But just make sure it don't matter what you have, LLC, sole prop, S corp, it doesn't matter. Make sure you have protections in place. Number one, make sure you have business insurance. That's number one. Okay. Make sure you have insurance. Okay. Number two, I always recommend you have a counsel on file, on retainer. That's a lawyer. Just in case if some stuff goes left, you already have that protection in place. If you have a LLC, you have to get a lawyer. You have to. You can't represent yourself. You got an S corporation. You cannot represent yourself. So you need to add that in your budget immediately. I'm telling you. You can continue to be an LLC and file an S corp just for the tax bracket. Should let you know. But I mean, that's facts. 507 enterprise. No, you're telling that's straight facts. You can. You can literally, it just depends on if you understand the tax code. Man, I paid a lot of money to know what I know. I'm not gonna share it because I had to pay like 4 or 5,000 for it. I'm not just gonna give that away for free because I had to pay for it. Now that might come a little bit along the way when I, might want to start charging somebody want to pay for that, and I just have to figure out what that fee gonna be, and I'll break it down to you on how I do my taxes. A couple of people online I've already shared with them, and they was tripping. It's just how I do things. It just depends on what you're trying to do in life. That's it. Like I said, you're trying to make a big purchase, you go have to pay them some money. You got to make it make sense. That way, it's good on pay. It looks good. it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's benefits if you understand, you know what I'm saying, what you're trying to do in the tax code and what's best for you. What are some good insurance companies to look into? I will type up the insurance company I have. I'm with Hiscox. I think that's how you put Hiscox Insurance. I'll put it up. That's who I'm with. I'm with Hiscox Insurance. I've been with them for like 13 years now. I have $1 million policy on me right now. I think that's enough for what I'm doing. If I have a humongous, like something that's really a big complex that I get and I'm taking care of it, I might increase it to 2, 3, 4 million. Just depends on what it is. But it's really not that expensive. Okay. I'm probably paying like maybe 40, maybe 40, 46, $47 a month, something like that. And I pay it for 6 months at a time. So I forget what the actual total, but I think it breaks down to like 40 some dollars a month. So and that's the insurance I use is Hiscox. Y'all can look into it. It's they got great general liability insurance and my guy 507 Enterprise, he's with Shelter for his liability. And I have Shelter insurance for my I might look into that because I have Shelter insurance for home and auto. I do Shelter insurance. They've been all right to me, but how they was handling that accident I was in earlier this year, they really pissed me off, and I've been on them. I told them about that too. Let me see. It said tips on landing your first commercial property. I recently got my LLC. Don't know what to do next, but calls are coming in. Thanks. Go after it. And you know some companies, just call them and find out and let them know that you would like to put in a bid on the landscaping and lawn maintenance contract when the season ends, and and find out who makes the decision. It's just gonna take some work. So when you go out of it, I mean, I look at it like this: you go out to 10 or 20 of them. If you land 3, you win it. You go out to 50 of them, you land 5. As long as your paperwork is in order, a lot of them companies, they want you to have an LLC. They want you to have certain things in order. It just really just depends on how you are maneuvering. Because I know a lot of guys, they don't have an LLC. They're sole prop and they have a lot of commercial properties. It just depends on who you know, the relationships you have out there can put you in a position to get those deals. It just really just depends on what you're trying to do. So, but once you find out, then bro, you just got to go after it. If you want all the Exxons in your city, if you want all the Walgreens or something like that, bro, call corporate and find out who makes a decision and let them know that you interested in taking care of the property and you know you could beat the price that you paying and provide them better service. And then once they give you that opportunity, you got to hold up to it. That's it. So, and that's my recommendation because my commercial property stumbled in my lap just because I was in the right area. I haven't had the time, but this year I'm gonna go after some, and I'll let you know how it goes for me. But they stumbled in my lap. They seen a sign that I had built on my trailer. They called the number. I went out there, gave them an estimate. They went with me. So, and that's just what it is. So, State Farm do me a good for commercial vehicle. Zuzu NR 128 just added $95 diesel, 95 full coverage. I keep my eggs in separate net. That's real, bro. 507 Enterprise. That's a different perspective. 128 a month for an Isuzu. Okay, that's all right right there. That ain't too bad. And that's like an umbrella for your guys. Your workers can drive it too. If that's all included, that's a pretty good deal right there. That ain't bad. Cause I think my old reliable is under commercial policy, and I think I'm paying like right about like 110 or 115 a month for full coverage insurance. So it makes sense. It makes sense. So, but I'm finna get ready to go eat. I just had to make sure I was consistently go live, and let me put the banner up again, real quick. Hey, the hate is real out here when you start like really putting yourself out here in the world. I'm gonna say this again. Don't give that stuff no energy. It's wasted breath, man, for real, because a lot of people that do the negative comments on your clip, they are so set in their ways on how they do things and feel like it's the right way. Bro, don't go back and forth with nobody like it. Because a person that understands that's doing continued education, they will be able to reach you in a way to where like they'll grab your attention and it'll be on some constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? It'll be so constructive you will be able to identify it. But just throwing things out there on a trying to discredit somebody and you don't know nothing about that individual is befounding to me. For real. Because half the people that make comments, they couldn't step a foot in my shoes or even touch anything I done went through in my life for real. They would have crumbled a long time ago. That's just my perspective. But I don't know, they might have been successful. But I appreciate y'all people tapping in. I'm about to go get something to eat right now. I ain't gonna lie, I'm hungry. I'm out. End this stream. Let me end this one. Did I end it?